Yeah, so I'm responsible really for the quality of advice that we give to our clients. So a lot of that comes into the conversations that or the advisors are having with their clients. Then it goes on to how we document that advice. So we're going through a big project at the moment, really just to try and upgrade our advice reports and the suitability of the advice, making sure that everything is well documented, and as well just kind of ensuring that clients are well informed and understand the advice that we're giving to them, because there's lots of things are changing in terms of regulations and the way that we invest for our clients. So just making sure that all of that is well documented and clients fully understand what's happening.
Great company culture. I enjoy coming to work, which is a luxury that not everyone enjoys. It's a great company. What my role is, I wear two hats. Basically, I've got my own book of clients that I've worked with for many years. And then as kind of regional director, I'm helping drive business among the floor. And then if there's kind of quite a technical case, so complex tax related or trust planning or something a little bit more quirky or location specific, I come in and help on that. Do you know what? Not that different. There's been quite a nice continuation. I think from a client perspective, they probably don't notice much day-to-day difference, but where things have difference, we feel like we're part of a much bigger group now. So we've got more resources at our disposal. We've got more, we've got a large UK presence, which a lot of our clients are British. So if they want to go and retire in Harrogate, for example, we've got an office there. Whereas before we had quite a limited, small operation in the UK where if you wanted to meet with an advisor face-to-face, you kind of need to be living in and around London. Whereas now, literally from Edinburgh to Plymouth, we've got offices throughout. And just making, hopefully the idea is clients feel like when they go back to the UK, it's the same brand, it's the same continuation of advice, so they feel like they've got a real kind of soft landing. Hopefully from a financial planning perspective, although the scenery of where they've moved to will look quite different, from a financial planning perspective, hopefully it looks quite similar actually.
So I actually only joined Titan Wealth last summer. Yeah. So I've been in the UAE 8 or 9 years now. Joined last summer when the deal was very close to going through. So I can't really comment on what has changed pre and post deal. But what I found in my role is that it's been really beneficial in terms of the resources that we now have access to. So, for example, if we're deciding to change part of the process or we want to implement some new guidelines on whatever it may be, we can go to the UK teams and ask them for their experiences of what they've done. And certainly we're not copy and pasting everything that they've got and that they do, but it's been really beneficial just to see the standards and the levels that they do various things at and able to kind of replicate that and tweak it for the international market. And I didn't know when I joined, what we'd expect to see is, the UK would come in and change everything, but the changes that were made initially were kind of already agreed before the deal went through. And now it's just very much, we're all part of the same group, but we're able to change things as we like. And it's not, they haven't come in and said you have to do X, Y, and Z. It's all very much, you've built a really successful business in the international market. So, where you've got the strengths, keep them going. But if you need access to the resources that we've got, then we can use them. So that's been really good.
I mean, I've been here for 12 years in Dubai. As a location, it's safe. Your ability to accumulate wealth, it could take you 2 or 3 times longer, just to build up the same wealth you can build up in the same period of time here, because there's no tax. The cost of living is high, but not really compared to London. Yeah. I would in fact say it's cheaper, the cost of living here. Certainly accommodation is cheaper here than London, tax-free, incredibly safe. There's so much to do. But one of the problems with the industry here is that it's quite transient between companies, I would say. Certainly I didn't start my career with Titan Wealth International formally, as we were called. But most people that come and join our company don't tend to leave. I think the reason behind that is that we tend to take on people that are quite established, I would say. So the quality of advisor is quite high, certainly relative to other companies. These are people that are already quite established. They've already got good relationships with their clients, and they've got clients. They've got, you know, introducer agreements with law firms, etc. So they've already got a good network, and the company culture is great. I mean, everyone out there is friends, I think, by large anyway. It's a fun place to come and work to. The brand is fantastic. We sponsor, you know, Jumeirah Golf Estates as an example. You know, people know and love the brand, and it puts you in the best stead that you possibly can, where all you need to do is focus on providing financial advice.